Alright guys, welcome back to Shredcraft RC. Something a little different, but Forza now has drifting lobbies, so figured I would try out this new microphone and this OBS software, which I've never used, but something a little different for the channel. Try out some drifting here. So, not really expecting many viewers or anything, but I have been drifting on this for a while. Back even when I was drifting real cars, the previous version of Forza is what I started drifting on. So, mainly just testing the software in this microphone, and let's see if we can slide. So I can't see the software, but I am just gonna go into one of these new drift meetups they have, which is pretty cool because so far this only Forza's had racing, which I've been doing, but it's cool to be able to drift now, because the other one I had hundreds and hundreds of hours of drifting in Forza. So let's go ahead and check this out. Session's full. Try that again. And let's see if this will work or not. Also, let me know if the audio sounds alright. This is a new mic I'm testing out for a brand here. And see how it does. Looks like we got a little Lime Rock Park here. Fun track. Nighttime. Take out the BMW. Big BMW guy. This thing might need some tuning. But let's see if we can go sideways here. And get a few laps, and then I will show you guys the tune I use basically on any car to get it going, and then I'll adjust tire width and all that stuff depending on the weight of the car, but very similar to tuning RC drift cars. So for some reason I don't have audio, which is going to be a little hard. Have audio, game audio ones. Definitely hard not being able to hear the engine. A little sloppy on those first laps, but it's kind of sloppy a bit. Already 46 out of 3. But I need to see if I can get my audio back here. It should be going through my headphones, but Could also be the OBS software here. Desktop audio. That should be my output. Should be my input. Oh, here we go. All right. Let me just see if this fixes the issue here. Still no audio. It's going to make it difficult. Do you guys hear the car drifting? Let me know in the comments. Ooh, this guy's in my line. Little whip. This section's super tight. It's kind of a silly part of this track, this layout. And then I try to extend this one all the way out, but can't always get it. A little much. Sometimes can extend this one, but might need a little more forward bite. Alright, so let's see if we can link it a few times. Big whip into the entry here. This car's got pretty soft suspension. Alright, so now we're getting into a little flow. Whip it back. Try to pull this one down further. There we go. Set it. Whip it. Okay. Minor tire wear already. That's one thing I don't get. The other time Forza had drifting, they didn't have tire wear in the drift lobbies. Just because obviously you do half a lap and your tires would be dead. See if we can get a high score here. Top score is 100 and 74,000. So it's all about the manji and linking it, not hitting other people, not dropping 3 tires. A little early there. Moderate tire wear, so gonna have to pull into the pits. Too much. Oh, a little hard. Let the Supra by. Somehow still hung on to the points. Severe tire wear. Yeah, I can feel it. See if we can at least get a Hondo. There we go. Alright. Third. Where's the gyro and gain adjustment? No car audio. Yeah, I'm not having car audio either. Let me go back to the settings, because that's why I'm doing this, is I'm testing all this in here. Oh shoot, let me pull off the track. Alright, so you probably can't see this because I'm going into the OBS. I'm going to my settings, audio. Let's go to default. So all this is default. Apply. Thanks for commenting. Oh yeah, games definitely help drifting. And my thought on that is what even helped me with real life drifting and driving these sims is figuring out the line, number one, because the way you drive a line is very important to how you can drift, especially with other cars, because you can't have audio's back on. Okay, awesome, thank you. So driving a good line is very important, because you won't be able to have anybody chase you if you're driving a crappy line, sorry. But also not being able to or also being able to figure out what the car is going to do in real life. So I'll see if I can get into some instances. And RC drift cars are a little different because you don't have gears, but you do have a differential tune. And actually, if you guys want to see this tune, I can kind of show you what I do here. So it's coming. But so driving a good line, that's what this is all about. Don't be a guy that rams people either. So I do drive a good line. But it gives you a good reference point on where you should put the car on the track. Just use it as a visual cue for your eyes on the car. A lot of drifting too is using the throttle. I think people get nervous. Lift, the car grips up, like I said. But here on this, it's definitely using cars are the same. Also, pretty significant, so you gotta get all about figuring out and then using a balance of your brakes. Here I'll lift, set the car, and bring it back. Sometimes I'll downshift to help slow the car down. And then here I'll bring it back. If I want opportunity for the chase car, poke the nose in here, slowing the car down. You can see that. Game audio is louder than me. Let me see. I may have bumped those levels. Okay, let's try that. Is that better now? Audio. I need to see if I can go back. Let's go, let's see if I can show you my tune. Alright, so your tire pressure is going to be subjective for basically the weight of the car and the size of the tire you're running. Gearing, again, it's going to be subjective on the track and the power that the car is making. Now in alignment, basically what I'll do here is I'll go full negative in the front because these drift settings only let you go to -5. The rear, I always go to about 1/2 degree negative camber, just because when the car is rolling, it's going to flatten out the contact patch. For toe, you always want a little toe out in the front. It's going to help the car track. That's basically just like on an RC drift car, a little bit of toe out in the front, so between 0.2, 0.3. And then toe in the rear, so negative toe in the rear is going to give you forward bite in the car. Same thing on a RC drift car. Caster, high caster just gives you a higher stability while the car's at angle. And then anti-roll bars, I usually go a little stiffer in the front because this is kind of based off actual car physics. So you're going to have a motor in the front, more weight on the front of the car. And then I'll go to a softer rear anti-roll bar between 15 and 16. Same thing on the springs, a little stiffer in the front, a little softer in the rear. This will just depend on the car and the weight. I think this car is 25 or 2,600 pounds. Ride height, slam that car. Low cars always look better. Dampening, similar type of setup, a little stiffer in the front and a little softer in the rear. And you know what, this car did feel kind of soft, so maybe we'll go up. Let's go up to like 700. I'll try like 850 in the front. Dampening, you know, maybe we'll bump that one up to 5.5. We'll bump the front up to 7. Rebound, try it at 6. It might be a little stiff. And then you got roll center and all that stuff. I tend not to mess with this. This is more of a tuning aspect for the race cars. Balance, I go a little more bias on the front brake. That way when I'm slowing down I can kind of have the rear pivot around. Turn the pressure down to 95. And then on the diffs, just because I was used to driving my real drift car, I always lock it. So this is something that's different than on my RC car. I tend to like to have a very open diff for drifting with the CLSD, but here on the sim, or on Forza, if you call it a sim, but I'll run fully locked. So apply that, and then what I could do is like build a car. If you guys have Forza and wanted to build a drift setup, because I see a lot of people on these lobbies, they're drifting and like you can just tell their setup's wrong because they just whip back super hard. Okay, and then I just want to see if I can get my audio working, because it's kind of frustrating not being able to hear the car. But I wonder if that's just, I've never streamed on OBS. So let me check one more time. So car audio might be a little low. The rev, yeah, revving super high. Make sure audio's good. Alright, so we'll just see if that made. Oops. See if that made a difference or not. Right into a train. 6th gear. A little high. Dropping tires. Definitely feels like it's a little stiffer now. Which makes sense. Oh gosh. Thank you. Take a few laps to get used to this new setup. That's off third. That corner's so tight. And the gearing's probably not optimized for this car right now. Do a quick whip in here. Downshift to third. Just that tight stuff, and then quickly up to fourth. And then once that bounces, hit fifth. And yeah, I'm not transitioning like I was. I think I might have made the front a little too stiff. I like the front to push just a little bit so you can push through it. And those cars feel pointy. Fifth might be slightly too tall for this track, and fourth is probably a little too low on most of these corners. Got somebody trying to grab our door though, so that's usually a good sign. Part of that, yeah, transition. Transition speeds is kind of slow. Sorry. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Moving on the tune there. Get more people to stop on entry. Get the rears into the grass a little hard there. Pull off. Oh shit, sorry. Take a look at everyone's cars. R34, S14, Red Dan Supra. S15, S14. Got the old E46. T37's on it. Did a quick livery. So another thing I use Forza for is I'll make my RC drift deliveries on here. So I'll know kind of like the masks I want to cut to do my painting. And that's a fun thing. This wasn't one I actually made on the real car, but I've been wanting to do a E46 drift car, so just thought there. Looks like we got some madness going on out on track. But yeah, let's see. See if we can build a car. And maybe find another track, and then I'm going to call it and fool around more with this testing, because it's a little hard driving without being able to hear the car. Got to be able to hear the engine noises, all that stuff. All right. Any votes on what kind of car we should buy here? What's your favorite drift car? Let's build one. I love BMWs. I have owned many BMWs in real life, and as you can see, I think I own most of them here. M4, they're a little heavy. They're good though. Do a TI build. Be kind of funny. Old E36. My old Pro-Am car was an E36, so soft spot for those. Or we go S chassis. Do the old Denofa Fox body build. That'd be kind of funny. Or should we do RX-7? I haven't done RX-7 build. R34 could be cool. Did an S15. S14. We could do an Origin Lab. S14. That'd be cool. Let's do that. White. Alright, so first thing I'll do, upgrade it. And I'm going to go ahead and just start with, I believe it gives you like an RB. These are RB26s. Or you can do V8, V10, V12, but those are all pretty heavy, so if I go for the old RB26, we can go straight for a boss kit. Let's keep it stock. Rear wing. Oh, they don't have an Origin Labs. They got Big Country Labs. Oh, it's not bad. Let's leave it stock for now. See what else we got. Front bumper. Oh, this isn't the Origin Lab one. C West. Well, let's see what the C West kit does. It's not bad. Drivetrain. Oops. fully max all this stuff out. Wheels. Good S14 wheel. Some works. It's usually my go-to. Works or T37s. But I'm a big sucker for the Meisters or the VXX. Go Meisters. 19s, 18s. Probably an 18. Man, I wish you could change the offsets. Tire compound. I'm gonna do sport. 245 front, 265 rear. Brakes, race brakes, drift dampers, race bars, full weight reduction. Go to the sport level cage. Oops. And then mod this engine all the way up. See where that puts us. Okay, so 3-liter, 947 horsepower, 795 foot-pounds, 2,500 pounds. That's a pretty good ratio for the old drift car. Tune it. It's usually a good starting point on tire pressure. The gearing, we'll leave that for now till we drive it. Let's go up to like 4.5 negative, 0.4 negative. A little bit of toe out, a little bit of toe in. Bring that caster up. Leave the anti-roll bars, springs, maybe a little stiffer in the front. Go 630. A little softer in the rear. I think 575. Slam it. Turn the damping up a little bit. Turn my brakes. And then turn the diff up to 100. Apply that. Let's do a quick little design on here. Because you know we can't leave those wheels that way. Big gold wheel guy. Something like that. Outer lip, a little polished aluminum. Oh, bling bling. There we go, not a bad looking S14. Also want to do a pearl on the body, that could be cool. So, we can tune. Oh, this is the pearl. Prismatic. See if I can get it right on this. Okay, so that's kind of silver, not white. But if I change the highlight color to a slight blue, there's a little pearl effect there. But you know what? I don't really like that. Let's do a green. Green fade. Green and gold's a good combo. We'll go with that. All right. Then let's see if it will slide, and then I'll probably call it for this one. Wasn't really expecting even 5 viewers, but thanks for tuning in on this little test stream. Never streamed on my sim or video games, so this is my first time trying out the OBS software, testing out this new mic, and then yeah, well, some more tuning videos for you guys coming up here very soon. Let me know what you guys want to see more of. I was thinking I would do like a differential video, kind of explain how I tune and set up my diffs, maybe the differences in all the diffs that I do use. Right now the CLSD is my favorite, but I've been contemplating trying the Yokomo gear diff back to back in the same chassis, and then comparing that to the stock spool, just straight locked, and seeing, you know, if it makes a difference, or, you know, I'm only driving on polished concrete, so it's a little different than guys that are doing P-tile comps and stuff like that. We'll go over here to Nissan, pick out the S14. Green monster. And yeah, see if this thing will slide or not.
Oh shit.
Oh, they start you going so fast. Whoa, we got guys gridded up. Wonder if this just started. Looks like they're all ready to race. Huh. I also can't hear the lobby, so I don't know what's going on. We're just gonna go get some laps. messed that one up. I was looking somewhere else.
Someone just wait there to pull out in front of you after that.
Alright, so the car feels snappy. Wish I could hear it. What? Can you guys tell me what they're saying? Is somebody... I might have to turn my volume on here. Can you guys tell me what they're saying? Is somebody... I might have to turn... It's so weird. Everyone's just sitting there like they're gonna race. Weird. I can't tell. I can't hear. Maybe it's a car show. My game's lagged out. We're gonna go this fast though. It's a public lobby, so we'll have to deal with this. Track used to be so fun on the other one because you can whip it over this jump right away, especially coming the other way. Alright, car's gripped up, that's good. Too much.
The fuck is going on?
Maybe they're running a car. There's tires right there. Oh, now it seems like people are driving.
Is it a glitch? Am I hearing like it's probably... Yeah, watch this. We get in. That's weird.
Too much. Give her a whip. Too much. I was looking at those other cars. God dang it. So much distraction. Everyone's parked up and everyone's driving. So I'm gonna jump on this S15. Looks like this guy's a little left. Yeah, no, much better. So if you see someone spin like that, you can just grab the e-brake. Try to straighten yourself out, especially if they're quick enough.
Damn. That was my fault, bro.
Another thing I do is you can use an angle to slow the car down along with downshifting. There's a bunch of things. It's kind of hard to explain, like it's definitely got a lot of feeling to it. Every car is different, every setup's different. People just have different styles of driving, so don't take anything of what I'm saying with too much intention. You just gotta kind of do it, feel it. In the track banks like that, you can feel it dive, like whip more angle into the car. Let's see if we can get some points on the board here. 337,000 is a lot. So 10 minutes of solid linking the track. See, I got on the e-brake there really early, but I did that to save the corner instead of blowing it off. The wall. Real hard day. Alright. This car's not feeling
360.
the greatest. Let me get my S13.
Really by accident, but we'll pretend like that was on purpose. We look cool as shit if it was. Oh, no, get me in this trail. I'll fuck it all up. I'll fucking need the pits too. Sorry. I'm doing my best. I'm new.
Alright, so this car been driving a while. Kind of like how it feels.
Hey.
See if we can put a decent lap down here. Next time I do the stream, I'll have to warm up a little bit before. Alright. That was, that. We should do one on the Fukuyama or whatever they call it.
Not bad.
Fujimi Kaido. A little toge drift. Full session. If I can get in. Connecting. Okay. Full circuit. So this is like a big mountain toge. A lot of corners.
What's that, Eric?
And let's see. Should take an FD car?
Sorry, gotta deliver some toast.
Mustang. Let's try an FD car. I haven't even driven Vaughn's car. Alright, this could be a little overkill for how tight this track is. Oh yeah. Alright. This one's going to be hard not being able to hear the car. See if we can link some corners. It's so tight. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty difficult. Okay. I need to get a text out. 41,000. I feel like that's more obtainable than 300,000, so let's see if we can use that as our goal. Never driven this car either. Not doing great either. This car just really wants to go fast on this track. It is not fast. Ugh. Super tight, super narrow. Making it look pretty bad. Probably should have picked a car that I'm a little more familiar with, but maybe I'll get the feeling here in a few. Like, it'd be interesting to see what the tune on this is compared to the cars I've been tuning. Just can't do it. If I could hear the car, it'd make all the difference. I feel like I can almost get it in fourth gear. Third gear's a little short. Now we're gonna go downhill, where it's really just using momentum and not so much like pinning it like we were coming uphill. Because you got the weight. Trying to keep it off the cart. Nope. Just making this look pretty bad. But if you guys want to, if you guys play Forza, want to play with me, you can add me. It's just Shredcraft RC. And sometimes on weeknights I get on, shred for a couple hours. Again, this is just an OBS test, so nothing really special here. Just trying to get it working so I can maybe do some live streams, maybe some build-alongs, maybe some live tuning. Just got that new ESC in my drift car, so still tuning that and tuning the Rookie Drift 2.0. I had that out the other day and it was not good. So yesterday I was playing around with some different knuckle options and kind of rechecking the alignment, the Ackerman, see if I get that dialed in. It's got the nice electronics on it now, so it should feel a little better, but the servo was way too fast, and there's just some things I know I could do to make it feel better. So figure if I do those tuning sessions on a live stream, that'll kind of help the channel out, maybe help some more people out who can get on there live and ask questions, learn some more stuff. I know I've made all the alignment videos and stuff, and I don't want to just keep making repetitive videos, and there's only so much you can do in the RC drift world that, you know, without buying a ton of different chassis and that type of thing. So I'm really just trying to remain relevant for educational and tuning stuff. You know, then I'll do my driving videos and stuff too. It's thought about doing like a how-to drift video, but it's such a hard thing to kind of teach without feeling it, you know? Just kind of curious if people would be into the drift streams for some gaming stuff, but I'm also not the best gamer. I just do this for fun, so wanted to see if it worked. Looks like it's kind of working. minus the audio in my headphones, but I'll look into that some more. Hopefully this RTR isn't blowing your ears out. Keep this one alive because I've got some points. And I'll lose them all. But yeah, that's probably going to do it for this one, guys. Unless there's anything else, we could do a question Q&A. Hobby wing fueled combo. I don't know what that is. I am running a new Hobby Wing XR10 Pro, and it's definitely geared more towards racing. What I noticed with that ESC is that the PWM frequency does not go as high. With the XD10 Pro, I found that you can go to 42,000, I believe, or 45,000, where on the XR10 Pro you can only go to 32,000, I believe. So it's going to be a punchier ESC and not as smooth on the bottom end, and that's something that I'm still tuning. Is I am playing with the softening values in the softening range, especially for turbo and boost, to make it feel a little smoother on the bottom end of the trigger, and also not blowing the tires off as soon as you get on the throttle. So I do have a short and a reel that I'm going to post both here on YouTube and Instagram of some chase car footage where I was chasing Dan and Raquel, and you can hear it in the audio is what I noticed. Like, you can hear the car kind of go on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. And that whole evening I was driving, I was tuning it and kind of going back and forth in between the pulse width modulation. Well, and there's another aspect where you can tune the pulse width frequency, so you could actually have it be really smooth down low, all the way up at 32,000, and then you could drop it down to like 15 or 12 or 8, however low you'd want to go up top, so you could have it, you know, super aggressive on the trigger up top. But that's something that's just going to take some time. I've only driven it for like 2 or 3 battery packs so far, but my plan is to go back to the track this week, test out some more of that tuning, both on the RDX and with the XD10 Pro on the Rookie Drift 2.0, keeping that car completely stock and plastic, and just getting that dialed in as a fun, like, secondary car that I can give to friends to drive and stuff like that. So the tuning continues. There'll be more videos coming up, and I appreciate you guys joining me for this test. So I'm going to do a little more research here on this OBS software and live streaming, and yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Have a good night.